project years in the making here at the Gomes School, one that our students have been patiently waiting for the past 3 years. We here at the Gomes School are extremely excited to finally have a safe and accessible playground where all students of the Alfred J. Gomes School can enjoy and engage in positive social interactions through outdoor physical activity, which they so need. We could not be more grateful to Senator Montigny, the Gomes School PTO, spearheaded by Beverly Tavares and Rosa Gonzalez, and all of our dedicated staff and families for all of their time and effort in raising funds to make this dream come true for our students. It is an absolute true testament to the community, to providing its children with what they both need and deserve. So without further ado, thank you so much for coming. I'm going to turn the presentation over to Ms. Tavares and Ms. Gonzalez, and then to our students after that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Galat. Can everyone hear me? Yes. I have a teacher's voice. It's very loud. Good morning. As president of our school's PTO, it's my honor and privilege to welcome you to today's groundbreaking ceremony. This is a very happy occasion for the many of us who've been personally involved in conceptualizing, organizing, and shaping this project. While we're just breaking ground, today is far from the beginning of this project. Although we began raising the necessary funds to purchase our playground 2 years ago, planning for it began in the hearts and minds of many of us long before that. 11 years ago, a group of teachers from the Ingraham Preschool Center were told their school was closing and they would be relocated here to Gomes School. Along with this group of educators came a small, well-used, but much-loved play structure. It had not yet outlived its usefulness when about 4 years ago that structure was vandalized and burned to the ground. Although it was not very big, it served its purpose and created some great memories. It was dearly missed by staff and students. In the time following the destruction of that playground, the need for a replacement became evident. Faculty who brought their students outside began verbalizing their dream for a playground and formulated a wish list, including components for a developmentally appropriate play area for very young children, as well as older elementary school students. They expressed a desire for a place that welcomed all children, regardless of size or physical abilities. Meanwhile, a small handful of individuals began planning and devising ways on how this dream could become a reality. This is how the idea for Project CLIMB, and you'll see over there the acronym stands for Community Links Invigorating Minds and Bodies. That's how CLIMB was born. The letter C stands for community. The first and foremost component in the success of our mission was reaching out to community members to help us. Today, as we commemorate the groundbreaking with our Community Links Invigorating Minds and Bodies Associates, we are celebrating among friends who know the importance of a playground such as the one that will soon be erected at this site. As the result of a newspaper article in the Standard Times, Senator Montigny was the first to come to our aid. His enthusiastic and steadfast support was crucial in bringing our project to timely fruition. The PTO would like to convey its sincere gratitude to the Senator for recognizing the importance in providing this community with a safe, year-round, family-friendly playground that will benefit children of all ages and abilities for years to come. We'd also like to acknowledge Jerry Pinto, founder of Safe Zones Kids, who's played an integral role in assisting the PTO from the very beginning and has assured us he'll see this project to completion. We'd also like to recognize Ron Lavelle and the DPI staff who offered their assistance by way of skills and equipment, and the United Way of New Bedford, who provided the grant opportunity that allowed us to purchase these awesome t-shirts and assisted the PTO with several of our fundraising activities. Additionally, raising money for this project required the support of Ellen Gallant, the Gomes School administration and the Gomes School staff, many of whom participated in and/or volunteered at our events. To all of you, we offer our heartfelt thanks. We could not have accomplished our goals without you. Now that I've given you a little bit of history of this project, I hand the microphone over to Rosa Gonsalves, the PTO's treasurer, who will talk about the future of Project Climb.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Beverly. This is truly a dream come true and something that will impact not only the students enrolled at the Gomes School, but everyone in the community. In addition to being PTO members, we are also educators who know that strengthening the child's body also helps develop healthy brains, and healthy brains equal better academic performance. We anticipate our developmentally appropriate, handicapped accessible playground will make a significant difference in the frequency and quality of time for children and increase overall family time and social interaction within the neighborhood. By working in tandem with the Marion Institute Grow Education Project, teachers, students, and families will be involved in the maintenance of the edible garden that has been built in close proximity of the playground site. We hope that due to the parent involvement, this collaboration encourages, families will gain a sense of ownership for our Gomes community playground. Each of us here today has had a special role in the journey towards the actualization of the dream for a playground that began 4 years ago. We look forward to reconvening on June 10th upon the successful completion of this project. This is the date of our Gomes School Carnival and the date that we'll hold a ribbon cutting ceremony. Once again, on behalf of the PTO and Gomes School, we wish to extend our thanks to the administration, community for your support. We could not have accomplished our mission without you. We especially want to thank Senator Montigny, who secured the state funding that made this project happen in a fraction of the time it would have taken otherwise. We are thrilled he has taken time out of his busy schedule to join us here today. And it is with much pride and pleasure that I introduce to you Senator Mark Montigny.
I bet I've done this before. One of those bad hair days for a guy with a lot of hair. Sorry, kids. So you guys, I know when you're 18, you're going to be thinking, hopefully I'll still be on the ballot, you'll be thinking, is that the guy that made me hold that sign in the wind as he rambled on and on and on? Is that what you'll be thinking? No. You'll be like, no, good. You'll be thinking, oh, that playground was lots of fun. So, I have a 22-month-old son at my age. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, does he call you grandpa? Is that what you're thinking? So, I think a lot about playgrounds these days, a lot more than I used to. And I think of that Peanuts cartoon where every time adults talk, all that comes out of their mouth is womp, 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 womp. Have you guys heard that? So I know if I speak more than 2 minutes, that's what you'll be thinking, right? Because that's what my son, he doesn't quite articulate it that way, but he just says, Daddy, park, park, park. Literally, like after the third time at 8 o'clock at night, I say, okay, buddy, no more playgrounds today. So I am more excited probably than you realize to be here with you guys today. And the signs are really cool, by the way. Thank you. How about a huge round of applause for the kids that did such a great job? This is like a really funny microphone, forgive me, folks, but it would look even funnier if I wore it on my head. Before I say a couple of words, I do want to thank you folks. Actually, I'll make most of my speech this. Thank you. Let me start by recognizing one of my favorite city councilors, Dana Ribeiro, and one of my favorite school committee men, Josh Amaral. Give us a big round of applause for Josh and Dana. I know there have been several strong supporters, both at the school committee level, Bruce Olivera and Josh, and of course Dana, but the fact that Josh and Dana will show up and take some time today is greatly appreciated. I also want to recognize two other people that will be chagrined by my public recognition of them. Audra Riding from my staff. Big round of applause, Audra, give us a wave. I'll say this, I greatly appreciate the signs, especially because they're awesome, and I greatly appreciate that you guys came out for me today. If it was not for Bev and Rosa and Ellen and the PTO, I wouldn't be standing here. I appreciate the accolades, it's wonderful. I love New Bedford, this is my district, so hearing it makes me feel gratitude. But seriously, Audra came to me and said, we need to help at the Gomes School. She read the article, she sat and spent time with Bev and Rosa and others, and initially I was resistant because we have very limited resources when we earmark the budget, and frankly, it is not within the normal constraints of the budget to earmark essentially a city playground. But I thought back to the day that we opened the Wishing Rock Playground at Buttonwood Park. And the remarks that convinced me, or the arguments that convinced me the most, were very similar to the day that I offered the earmark for the Wishing Rock. And by the way, my mom, who's the second person I want to mention, would be very upset with me. I promised her I would not mention her, and that there would be no media here. I really did say that. But the reason why I get so excited about this at the Gomes School, as well as I look at it as almost an extension of the same spirit when we did the Wishing Rock. When I was a kid, we had this simple rock, and we had very basic things to play on. But I remember Buttonwood Park the way I hear kids today describe Disney World, because we couldn't afford to go to Disney World, but we sure maximized all the resources at Buttonwood Park. And a simple little thing, the fact that we as kids could sit on this wishing rock and actually understand what it was to wish and dream, to me, and that actually was the foundation of the naming of the playground. My mom and I and others talked about it. We decided, why not? Why not name it the Wishing Rock Playground? How is that relevant to today? Same thing. Just as Beverly and Rosa said in their remarks, educating healthy children and students as they grow through K through 12 is not all about all the pressures that we put on them. And I think it's been so unfair both to teachers, administrators, and particularly the students, to suggest that every kid learns alike, that all of them need to do exceedingly well in a certain test that puts them all in the same box, and at the end of the day, go somewhere else. That's not the spirit of the Bedford City Council or school committee. It's not the spirit of Ellen Galan. It's not the spirit, certainly, of Bev and Rosa and Tracy Picado and others from the... no, we started to get into the womp, 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 womp. I'm going on longer than I had planned. The notion that you can do it in this simple box of pressurized testing is so unfortunate and so wrong. The fact that the PTO here and the administrators and the teachers care enough to say one simple thing, that every single young person deserves lots of outdoor time. They deserve to understand gardens and playgrounds and parks and open space and green trees. And frankly, it's an afterthought for a lot of the educational bureaucracy in this state and in this country. So I look at it as far more than a fun little place. I appreciate playgrounds more than ever. I wasn't exaggerating. There are some days when I'm at 3 in a day. But I look at what the PTO did and what Beverly and Rosa and all of the parents and teachers here, and particularly you guys for standing with us. And I guess, did somebody help to even raise some money? I heard you guys were really passionate about this. Is it true? Is that the rumor mill, or is that true? True, all right. So when I get more excited about the simple fact that we are putting our resources and our money where our mouths are. Because we say a great thing. You grow up in this country and you're told from the earliest age, every kid has the same opportunity. Every kid has almost a constitutional right to a fabulous equal education. We don't even give kids equal access to playground. Give me a break. Give me a break. We tell kids from the earliest age things that aren't true. And what I'm here to tell you today is that people like Audra and Bev and Rosa and Jerry Pins, who I know couldn't be here, and I'm sorry, I know I'm leaving out names as I ramble on and on here, but the folks that made this playground work, although I'm happy to have played a small role, the folks that made this playground work are the ones that believe that every single kid in this city deserves the same opportunity to the kids who are growing up in suburbs who have a benefactor where they can just simply write a check for a playground. That's what this is about to me. It's outside the norm of what we do in the budget, but it's absolutely essential that every child at the Gomes School, which by the way, I spent a lot of time at the Gomes School reading to students these questions, tough questions. So my commitment right now, besides ending this speech, is anybody who invites me in, I'll come to your class and I'll read and I'll answer questions and have fun with you, okay? And I'll bring my son to the playground. All right? So I think that I covered everything I wanted to. Did I leave anybody out, Audra? Come on, you're the one who's supposed to take the blame and go, oh, I forgot to tell you that so-and-so. Nobody? I'll close with this. My sister, Katie Jeffries, another one like my mom who will be very angry that I mentioned her. She's retiring as an art teacher in the school system, and often I would go in to visit her classes, or as I said, when the principals and teachers invite me here, and I see the brightest students. And if we want to say constantly, like we do, that children are the future, then we need to give kids a very open future, and that includes lots of open space, lots of fun, lots of playing. As we all know, they'll do far better on tests if they come in from a nice playground with fresh air and lots of green space. So I commend you all. I'm just proud that you asked me to be part of it. Thank you so much. And you guys, thank you so much for the beautiful signs.
Don't go anywhere, Senator Montigny. The students have worked really hard to show you their appreciation through cards and posters and some little gifts just for you to thank you for everything you've done for us.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Come on. You did all this work. Get out of here. I love it. Thank you so much.
Everyone, we have refreshments, we have coffee and some goodies over there. Please help yourselves.
Thank you so much. This is awesome. Hold on, that would be for my son. That looks like a book. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Do you have another one? Oh, wow. Boy, I hope I can accept that gift. That looks pretty expensive. Thank you guys so much. Big round of applause for these wonderful. Wow, I'm loaded up here. Yeah, would you help me? Yeah, you guys are keeping it now. So I got to bring these to my car. So why don't we put it over on the table for now, all right? Why don't we put it with the refreshments? I want to make sure I get them all to my car. I just got the nicest hug. Are you kidding me? So you invite me to your class? All right, so who's your teacher? All right, you're going to cover that. Ellen, will you make sure I get his name because I'm going to go to his class? All right, you should do it before the end of the year. Okay, thank you.
No, there is one. She's had to see what I made it work. I gotta go over here and then I will make Rose's the oh, my no goodies.
Guys are learning to hold your first smile for the paparazzi. I didn't learn until I was like 25. Oh, wow. Well, you guys, I'm so proud that you guys invited me today and did something nice.
I just turned 9.
Senator, oh, sure. Everybody, big smiles. Big smile.
Smile.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, we got to do what we have to do a little. gotta do a little ribbon cutting. Brown grade. Ribbon cutting. A little premature.
I want to dance. I want to ask so bad.
I think this should be in the middle.
Yeah.
Mike, make sure you edit out all the.
Oh, do it.
How about if you do like the left foot line? So I'm gonna slow or right
You guys go ahead.
I know how to do
I don't try to organize anything that might mess up.
Right.
Right foot, we're doing right foot. Right foot, scratch that left. Start throwing grass around now, they'll say you're politically incorrect.
Oh, I got it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you very much.
Can we help with some goodies? We have some cookies. I'd appreciate the cookies.
You guys want to talk about it? Yeah? You guys okay to talk about it? Yeah? So, what do you think about this, Josh?
Oh, it's great. I mean, the sign back there says about community links, and I think that's a great example here because I know so many different links in our community were involved, all the way from the PTO here and the educators here at the Gomes School, Jerry Pinto, Neighborhoods United, Safe Zones, New Bedford. All these different groups, they coordinated with Ron LaBelle, and they kind of had a tour de force of things that you need to get a project like this accomplished. Special thanks to Senator Montigny and everybody else that was involved in any small capacity here in getting this off the ground. People come to us on the school committee all the time and say, hey, we need a new playground, whatever. Those sorts of things don't typically make it into a school budget. We rely on fundraising, rely on community efforts like this one, and I think it's a really great example of what happens when a group of people get together in any part of the city to accomplish something like this. We've seen it time and time again, and it's a testament to New Bedford, the educators here, and our community leaders that come together to work on projects like this. So it's a fantastic day.
So we're here with Dana, City Council member. So do you know the timeline on this, when it's going to be done?
I do not, but I'm excited. I think that right now education is very close, like in the classroom, and you learn so much when you're out in the playground. I mean, kids learn how to negotiate, who goes first, who goes second. They learn how to make new friends when they want to, make a bigger game, and there are life lessons taught on a playground. So it is an integral part of education.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I'm allergic to something. My eyes are like, Kevin, right? All winter I'm begging for